Hello, Group 3 students. I forgot to record a video yesterday for your homework, so I usually do that. I know some of you are not used to it. So from now on, hopefully I can record a video for every homework that you're going to do. That will help you with your homework sometimes, because sometimes I tend to not have enough time in class due to slow speed or whatever reasons. Anyways, hopefully the videos will help you for your homework. In case you don't know how to do it, watch the video. It will definitely help you with each question. At least the basic ones. So the harder ones, I think you have to try to figure out yourself. So in this lesson, I think I'm going to go through rate the more difficult questions, like maybe I'll go through this question, and then are there any more questions? Okay, I want a question that is going to be about changing the units. Wait, actually, there's no question about changing unit. Oh, well. Okay, I will just make a question then. Okay, I'll make a question. So number 5, instead of 4 liters given to you, let's just pretend it's going to be 4,000 ml. So sometimes you need to figure out, how can I change it to a different unit? 4,000 ml is actually 4 liters because you have to divide by 1,000. If you forget, go to Google. I allow that. Go to Google and make them convert it to you. Then you will know what's the right answer. So first, you need to change 4,000 ml to 4 liters, because the question is asking liters per minute square, meter square. You gotta make sure it's the same. So consumption rate equals to 4 liters per meter square. So we have 2 liters per meter square. Question B, find the volume of the paint when you have 50 meters square. So let's say find the volume of the paint in ml. Okay, that will make it more difficult. So over here we have 2 liters divided by 1 meter square. 2 liters per 1 meter square, right? And then the number given to you is 50 meters square. Where do we put that? At the bottom, because over here is meters square. So bottom for both. And then we need to find the volume. So let's just put volume here. So volume equals to 2 divided by 1 is just 2. So I'm just going to do 2 times 50. 50 goes to the right, becomes times. If it's divide on the left, it's times on the right. 50 times 2 is 100. Now this one, be very careful for this one. My question is, what unit is this 100? So apparently, if it's liters on the top, then this should be liters, okay? But the question's asking you, find the volume of the paint in ml. So in order to change this to ml, you need to multiply an extra 1,000, or you can make use of Google. Ask them, what is 100 liters to ml? So they will tell you that it's 100 times 1,000, and it's gonna be 100,000 ml. That's how you do this question about changing the unit. We can add another question on top of that. So sometimes the question will ask, find how much area can you paint with not 4 liters, 10 liters, okay? So how much paint how much area can we paint? So we have 2 liters per 1 meter square, but the question gives you 10 liters. 10 liters belongs to the top of the fraction, matching this one over here. And then you want to find how much area can you paint, right? So this question is quite special because you need to flip it. If the unknown is at the bottom of the fraction, it's very difficult to solve it. You can't just move 10 on the right and make it like divide 10. Area is going to be at the bottom, so you will be left at, your next step will be left at like this, 1 over area. So that's really complicated to solve. So I'm just helping you. This trick over here will help you solve this question. Flip it, you have area on the top now, divided by 10 at the bottom. And then we have 1 on the top, 2 at the bottom now. Now it's something you're used to. Area equals to 1 over 2 times 10 equals to, use your calculator, 1 divided by 2 times 10 is 5. What unit? Meters square. Okay, because if you're doing the guessing method, you don't know, should you do 50 divided by 10 or should you do 10 divided by 50? Because both answers is possible actually. I know a lot of you are not going to do 10 divided by 50 because it's a fraction, but sometimes the answer has a fraction, so let's just try to be safe with my method over here. Okay, so I'm going to move on to ratio. Ratio is important, so we know that ratio is kind of like a fraction, but more like comparing one with another. Okay, so ratio is in this form over here. This is not time, by the way. So this is ratio. So how do we simplify this? We change it to fraction form first, 35 divided by 20. And then I ask you guys, probably in class, to put in your calculator and then do shift ABC. Okay, these 2 buttons. And it will give you 7 over 4. So you just copy that, that's already simplified. The same for this. So you do 0.12 divided by 0.64. Shift ABC, 3 over 16. Okay, now this one's quite tricky. The ratio must be in the same unit, so you have to change either from meters to cm or cm to meters. I'm going to change meters to cm. So I probably gave you a conversion, or ask you guys to write at least a conversion of the units. 1 meters has to be multiplied with 100 to change to cm. So this is meters. 100 times 1 is 100, so 1 meters is 100 cm. So this one can be converted to 28 cm to 100 cm. So once they're in the same unit, you can remove the unit for your next step. We have 28 divided by 100, shift ABC, 7 over 25. Oh, I forgot to change it to ratio form. So it's 3 to 16, 7 to 4. Be careful, put it as ratio form. 7 to 25 for this one. Okay, so I would probably ask you to do the same. Now, this one is basically just telling you what the calculator is doing. So what can you divide them both with? You can divide both with 7, right? So your calculator is just going to help you and will still give you the same answer. It will give you 3. So, oh yeah, so when you end up with 3, for example, you do 21 divided by 7. When you end up with 3, it's actually 3 is equals to 3 divided by 1, which is 3 to 1. So just for your information. Okay, so not sure if I'm going to go through this. So if it's a fraction, you got to be really careful with a fraction. When you do divide, make sure that you add an extra bracket. Bracket 1 divided by 5, close the bracket. an extra divide, open the bracket, 2 divided by 7. Okay, be really careful. If not, you're going to get the wrong answer. So 1 divided by 5, close the bracket, divided by 2 divided by 7, close the bracket. So this divide is representing the fraction. This divide is representing the ratio. Okay, be really, really careful. Let me highlight it for you. Okay, so the calculator is going to give you 7 over 10, and that's the answer. 7 over 10, 7 to 10. All right, my way is actually straightforward. Yeah, most likely I'm not going to go through this. We will not have enough time. So we will stop over here. And that will be the end of this video. See ya!